What's going on, glorious people? Thank you so much for joining us on today's Saturday, a super Saturday, a virtual super Saturday for the MWR Kingdom Builders launch for Miss Cassandra Wooten, Executive Director here with MWR Financial. I just want to welcome you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. We had a little bit of technical difficulty going on at the actual location that Cassandra is streaming from. So this is actually a physical meeting that is ongoing in Goldsboro, North Carolina at the 701 South George Street in Goldsboro, North Carolina for Executive Director Cassandra Wooten. So currently they are taking care of the technical difficulty that happened on their end. In the meantime, I just want to go ahead and roll a bit of information for you guys to hear from one of the leaders in our company to give you a general idea of why you're here today and what you are here to hear.
The difference between me and most people, I have big vision and I have small focus. And most people have big focus and they got small vision. And see, if you can't expand and contract and know when to expand and contract. See, these days, everybody has big focus, which means they're focused on a whole bunch of different things. They want to learn how to trade crypto on the side. They dibble and dabble in the stock market. They got their hand in real estate. They do network marketing part-time. They got a full-time job and they sell t-shirts on the weekends. See, to them, that's multiple streams of income. I call it multiple puddles. See, that's big focus. They're focused on a whole bunch of different things, but they got small vision because they don't believe in any one of those things. I have big vision because I know where I want to go and I know how many people I want to help. But my focus is small. It's on helping people obtain financial freedom. That's the difference with me and most people. Most people have the opposite. And as long as you have big focus and small vision, you'll never make it. You'll find yourself doing 15 things a year. But if you got big vision and small focus and you flip it, you'll usually get what the universe wants you to have. Well, I always tell people, the first thing you need to do is make some money to buy you some time. And then you take that time to make some more money. So that's where I am now. Now I'm taking the time that I've created for myself to make some more money. I just purchased 20 acres of land. It's an amazing, amazing project I'm working on right now. It's called Bean Acres. My neighbor behind me is Ludacris. To the right is Cam Newton. My neighbor across the street is a Hollywood actor. It's pretty amazing. I'm right there in the middle. I'm what's called surrounded by success. So my goal now is to build a treehouse, build some modular homes, and have an opportunity to have corporate executives or individuals who just want to get away and take a retreat and maybe even bring their employees or their family members out and do all kinds of different activities and take the time that I have now to create more residual income, because the residual income I created from making wealth real is what gave me the time. See, once you become successful, you start looking at things totally different. You start looking for different assets. You start looking for different opportunities, different relationships to further those causes. So I used to work at what's called today Bank of America. Back then it was called Nations Bank. So how do you balance the job while you're trying to build a business? I was always honestly taught you got to burn both ends of the candle until one goes out. And here's the truth of the matter. Your work ethic is what you do in your spare time. So I literally worked 2 hours away from where I lived. I grew up in College Park, Georgia. I worked way out in traffic. This was in 1996 or 1997 after graduating from Morehouse. I was in traffic 2 hours going in the morning. I saw red lights in front of me. And in the evening, I saw red lights in front of me because it was dark 30 when I got up and it was dark 30 when I got home. But what people miss is in the morning, I was listening at the time to personal growth and self-development in my car. So I turned my car into what I call Drive Time University. And in the evenings when I was going home, I was making phone calls so I could get off my job. People miss this. Everybody feels like they don't have enough time in a day. We all have the same 24 hours. Your work ethic is what you do in your spare time. On my lunch break, I was making calls. On the way home, I was making calls. In the morning, I was listening to trainings. So I had at least 2.5, 3 hours of training in the car and phone calls where most people claim they can't even get that for 30 minutes. It's not true. It's just that you're not maximizing what you do in your spare time. So between the job, before work, after work, and lunch, I built my business to a point where I was making more in a week and they were paying me all month. And that was 24 years ago. I fired my boss and left corporate America because my work ethic is what I did in my spare time when I wasn't working. Whereas most people in their spare time, they're watching somebody else work. See, every time you turn on the TV, you don't realize it, you're watching somebody else work. That actor or actress is working and getting paid. You enjoy their job. Whenever you go to a sporting event, you're watching those athletes work. If you go to a concert, you're watching Beyonce, you're watching Jay-Z. I don't care if you're watching Willie Nelson, they're at work. What happens is we, in our spare time, enjoy watching other people make money. So I had to figure out in my spare time how I could enjoy making myself some money.
Let me unmute myself. And that is the crux of a lot of people's situation. However, on today, we have an amazing solution for you to be able to get beyond that particular circumstance. So that is one of our leaders here inside of the company. So glad to have you guys join us live here on the stream and physically in the location again that we are in Goldsboro. We are relaunching Goldsboro, North Carolina with Kingdom Builders, founder Gerald W. Parker. We also have on the stream here, we have Daryl R. Banks, the host of the Thursday night Financial Edge University weekly call that comes from the corporate side, giving you more information about the products and the services that we have in our exclusive invitation only membership. So what I'm going to do is actually show you guys one more video here with regards to one of the supreme services that we have to pique your interest about the lower my bills. So all of us have household bills, right? We have household bills, we have expenses that we incur each and every day inside of our homes. However, you have no way to write this off because you may not have a business. So what we're wanting to do is help you understand how you can actually, even without a business, get the expenses in your household lowered, right? So have a listen and tell me your thoughts afterwards. Begin to comment in the comments if you have any testimony currently with regards to how our services have helped you to lower your bills.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Do you have a cable bill or a phone bill or any other monthly bill for things like internet or home security? Of course you do. Well, guess what? You're probably being overcharged, and you're not alone. Millions of Americans are overpaying on their monthly bills to the tune of $60 billion a year. What if you could pay less for the exact same services? No, really, no change. And then use that extra money for things that make your life better, like a family vacation, college tuition, or simply taking some me time. Sound too good to be true? It's not. You can put your savings on autopilot. We'll analyze your bills and negotiate on your behalf, so you won't pay any more than you should for the essential services you use every day. You don't pay unless we can save you money. When we lower your bills, we'll split the savings with you, and you'll get the same or better service than you have today for less money and no hassle. We know because we've already saved our customers millions of dollars on their essential services like mobile phone, internet, cable, and more. You send us your bills, we lower them. It's that simple. Stop overpaying today. Send us your bills. That's all it takes to start living your life better.
So I have a question. Have you heard anything like this before? I know I hadn't. And I'll give my own quick personal testimony as we begin to transition into the presentation portion of this. And that is that I did not even realize that I had a Sirius XM option on my vehicle when I purchased it used, right? And I was getting these emails, and the next thing I know, I got a bill for the possibility of paying $30 a month for the premium feature. However, when I got that, I immediately submitted that to our negotiation experts, our bill negotiation experts, and the lower my bill services that we offer. And I was able to take that $30 bill that would have been $30 per month. You guys do the math on that for the year. And I was able to bring that down to $13. Okay. So I'm not sure if you know how big of a deal that is, but imagine someone who's never used SiriusXM before, started to enjoy it and realized now I'm getting tapped with a $30 bill to continue to enjoy the premium feature. However, once I submitted that in, I was immediately assigned a negotiation expert that was able to get in contact with Sirius XM and negotiate me a deal for only $13 per month. So I'm not sure what the reduction in percentages is, but it sounds like it's over 50%. Okay. So again, guys, we have these awesome services that allow people to do everyday things, but you're able to do them in a way that actually brings money back into your household. So what we want to do right now is, again, to welcome you guys into the stream, to welcome you guys that are there inside of the location. The host, Cassandra Wooten, is waiting in the back stages to speak with you guys, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to move forward with bringing our our announcer or our co-host to the screen to go ahead and announce our presenter. So if I can go ahead and get Mr. Gerald R. Banks to come to the screen and begin with this next process of the presentation, it would be awesome and amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, hey, welcome, Martina. I want to thank you so much for allowing me the few moments of the time that we have to be able to express how excited I am about this opportunity to be here with Cassandra Wooten, Executive Director, and helping to relaunch the Goldsboro, North Carolina area. But listen, I tell you, my experience at MWR Financial has just been amazing. I have found myself that I needed this in my life, and I was able to take advantage of full opportunity, get the experts to help me and get my bills lowered, get my finances in order. And I had just been excited about the opportunity that has been presented to me. But without further ado, the gentleman I'm about to bring onto the stage, I have the plum pleasure of pleasing to introduce him. He is known as the voice of MWR Financial and a founding member. He's also the founder of Team MWR Kingdom Builders. He boldly, authentically, and expresses excitedly the good news on how MWR Financial makeover system truly changed his life. Through the exclusive invitation-only membership and without experts, he was able to implement sound legal strategies that allow him to walk away from his $65,000 a year job. Now, I'll tell you, I was there physically seeing this happen before my eyes. I watched this man walk away from his job and attended the ceremonies that came along with that. So I have the testimony, I have the documentation that I was witnessed this on that day. He was able to spread the good news full time, and his motto is get excited or stay broke forever. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the screen 2-star regional director and 7th millionaire residual ring club earner, Mr. Gerald W. Parker.
Hey, Daryl Banks, thank you so much for that fine introduction, sir. It's a pleasure to be on the platform with you.
Absolutely, thank you. The webinar is yours.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, listen, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule today to be with us. And we will not be before you long, but we promise to provide you with some information that will be impactful, to talk about, pieces of what you've seen and heard already as it relates to MWR Financial, the impact that's having across this country, the difference that it's making. Let's go ahead and go into PowerPoint mode. We're going to show you what the excitement is about, why people are so enthused about what they're seeing and hearing, and why America is jumping on board to be a part of this exclusive membership-only opportunity. So once again, it's called MWR, and MWR stands for Make Wealth Real. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the financial makeover company. So why are we here today? We're here to talk about money. This is my favorite subject, and I'm sure it's many of your favorite subject. Why so? Because this is the one thing that we never seem to have enough of. So let's figure out why we don't have enough of it, why we consistently live paycheck to paycheck, paid on Friday, broke by Monday, working just to pay bills. That day is over because of this concept that you're going to review today. First of all, we've got to understand this money game. There is a money game being played, but here's the question that we've got to answer for ourselves. One, and I know you've asked yourself this question, where's my money going? And then secondly, how do we get this money back? And then third, how do we make more of it? And then once we make more of it, then more importantly, how do we keep this money? But here's another thing that we really got to figure out for ourselves. How do we make it work for us? See, we've been conditioned to believe that we've got to work for money. It was never set up that way. It's been designed where money has to work for you. So we've got to figure out how we position ourselves to get there. Now, MWR Financial in this concept, they've made it quite simple for us. What they've been able to do is, one, identify the 4 roadblocks, those things that are holding us up, that allow us not to be able to turn the corner on this business of money. But at the same time, they've created 3 solutions that are going to help us overcome those 4 roadblocks. All is going to help us achieve our 2 financial objectives, all handled by one company. And that one company, ladies and gentlemen, is MWR Financial. So let's break it down. And let's dig a little deeper and get into it and identify these 4 roadblocks. We know that taxes are our biggest expense. 1/3 of our income is going toward taxes, right? Secondly, because we're short on taxes, we go out and establish credit. That becomes another issue for us. And then big business shows up. They've got a holiday schedule for every single day of the month. Now this business of inflation has raised its ugly head. So this becomes crippling for us as well, and not allowing us to turn the corner. But let's talk about why we find ourselves here. How do we get here? Well, I mean, there was a trap set from day one before you and I were born. Here's what the game plan is. What do they teach us to do? This is all conditioning. Go get yourself a good education. Now, once you get that good education, what do? You secure yourself a good job. Once you get that job, then what? Then you end up working 40 hours a week for 40 years, and they expect you to live off 40% of the income that you were earning when you were working full time. We know that most people couldn't make it off 100%. So how in the world are we going to make it off 40% when 1/3 of our income is going to the government for taxes? And because we're short now, we're losing. So how do we make up the difference? We finance the lifestyle by establishing credit. All that does is causes us to go into even more debt. We've just dug the hole even deeper, because that 1/3 of income that we could have kept now goes to the banks and big business to pay back the credit that you've established. That's leaving us with only 1/3 of our income left. And that's designed to help us cover basic, normal living expenses. You've got to have gas, grocery, insurance, utilities, all of those things. But then once again, big business shows up and takes what's left, right? How do they do it? I mean, think about this. There's a holiday schedule for every single day, every single month of the year, right? And we've been conditioned to believe that we have to participate in each one of them. What is it forcing us to do? It's forcing us to spend money we don't have, to buy things that we don't need, to impress folks that we don't even know, and sometimes don't even like. So that 1/3 of the income that's been taken away from us, that was designed to cover basic normal living expenses, puts us in a situation where we've got little or no money to save or invest for retirement. So that is the trap. And so this is the merry-go-round that we want to get off, but we've got to have a plan. But again, let's talk about this business of inflation. This is the increase in costs and goods and services rising faster than our wages. What do I mean? Well, you've seen it in real time. If you've been to the gas station lately, you've been to the grocery store lately, all of these costs are increasing. Now, think about it. We live in the richest country in the world. And today in these United States, somebody's going to have to decide, do I put gas in the car or food on the table? And that is the dilemma that we face, ladies and gentlemen. But we also understand that not everybody is struggling in this economy. Inflation is not affecting all of us like it is some. Why? Because there's a fix in place. We're going to show you the system that wealthy people are using to overcome, that causes them to continue to become wealthy and win. So we've got the 3 solutions that we've created. This is the same game plan that wealthy people work from every single day. We're going to help you understand this business of income shifting, putting this money back into your pocket. We're going to talk about the importance of owning your own business, creating business income. We're also going to discuss passive investment income. Why is that so important? I think it was Warren Buffett who said, if we don't find a way to make money while we're asleep, then we're going to be forced to work until we die. I don't want to do that. And I know you don't want to do that, but we've got a real plan to help you position yourself to win. Now, let's go to solution number 1 when we talk about income shifting. See, this is MWR's cashback strategy. Here's our way to help you put this money back in your pocket that was taken away from you by the government, banks, and big business. Here's the platform. How do we do it? First, we're going to help you reduce your taxes. Wouldn't matter whether you got paid every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. That's a big chunk of money that comes out of your pay, right? Let's put that money back in your pocket. Now, the other thing we're going to do, and you saw the video earlier, is our ability to help you lower your bills. Think about the consistent bills that you pay every single month. We have the ability now to help you put that money, the difference of it at least, back into your pocket. Now, here's the one that really excites me. Our ability to help you eliminate debt. Think about with me for a minute what a debt-free lifestyle might look like or feel like. Wouldn't matter whether you got paid every week, every 2 weeks, every month. But when you got paid, say you had no bills, no mortgage, no credit card, no student loan, no car payments, what would life begin to look like? I'm asking you that question. Type in the chat what a debt-free lifestyle might look like or feel like for you. It's got to be an exciting time. And there are people in this country that are doing it. We've got a realistic way to help you get it done also. Now, the final component of the program was going to help you increase your credit score. Now, you think about that. This is going to give you the ability to lower payments, insurance premiums, all of those things are designed, again, to put more money back into your pocket. Our program has the ability to help you enhance your credit score 50 to 150 points. Now, I'll say to you, take your current credit score, add 150 points to it. You tell me what that does for you. Type that in the chat. It changes the whole game, I'm sure. So let's move forward. Let's talk about results. What this very platform that you viewed today has been able to do across this country in a very short period of time. And when I say short period of time, MWR Financial hit the ground in 2017. Look at the results that we've been able to get for our participating members. Think about it. As it relates to our tax reduction strategy, our ability to save you money on taxes, tax savings per month, this is a monthly number for our current members, over $10 million. Our ability to help you lower your bills, our monthly bill reduction strategies, over $2 million. Eliminating debt, interest eliminated from our members, 1.5 billion, ladies and gentlemen. That's billion with a B. Now, over 18,000 people have already seen a 50 to 150 point increase in their credit score. This is pretty powerful right here, what this concept brings to the table. Now, here's the most impressive number. Our ability to eliminate off our members' time in debt. Combined, everyone who's participating, over 30,000 years. In reality, what we've been able to do is help people get their lives back. Most of these people that are on this platform that are receiving all of these benefits were destined to work until they die. We have the ability to help people take control of their lives through this platform. Now, let's go to solution number 2. We talked about the importance of owning a business, right? Why is that so important? Let's look at the way the tax laws are structured in this country. Who are those tax laws designed to benefit most? Business owners, right? So we're not talking traditional business. We're talking about a home-based business. MWR Financial wants to give you the advantage of owning a home-based business without the headaches. When I say without the headaches, I'm talking about no employees required, no office space to rent, no office equipment to buy, any of those things. You're going to operate this opportunity from the comfort of your home. Now, again, let's talk about the advantage of owning the business. We know it's the number one way to reduce taxes. It's going to allow you to work from home or anywhere, a great deal of flexibility while being able to control your income. Now, I like the fact that I'm in control of the income versus someone else putting that number on me and telling me what I'm worth. It's also going to allow us to stay ahead of inflation. It's also going to give us the ability to pay our debts off faster because we're generating more income. But here's the excitement. It's going to allow you to accelerate your retirement date. Who came up with this number of 65? And why? Why can't you do it at 25? Why can't you retire at 35? Why can't we retire at 45? We have the ability to help you get that done. So you dictate and determine the terms yourself, and let us help you position yourself where you can determine if you want to retire at 35 or 45. We have the ability to help you get that done. Now, how do we do it? We take advantage of the income opportunity associated with what you're going to hear and see today. No earning limits. Let's start there. The possibilities are endless. You can earn as much money with this opportunity as you want. MWR Financial in this partnership is willing to pay you and I a ridiculous amount of money to expose others to what MWR Financial offers. So what does MWR Financial offer? It offers the average everyday person the ability to get their financial life in order. We bring to the table the tools, the systems, and the experts to assist you in getting that done. Again, they're willing to pay you and I a ridiculous amount of money, but more importantly, you and I never have to become the experts. I don't know anything about credit repair. I'm not a CPA. I don't do taxes. I'm not an investment consultant, but we have those experts already in place. All you have to do is expose people to others. The experts are going to do all the work and you generate the income. So let's talk about income. Now, what I want you to understand, and I want you to do your due diligence and research. If you're looking at this for the first time, MWR Financial is the only company in this industry that offers you what we call a daily guarantee. See, we're going to pay you daily so that you can make profits now instead of having to wait on a paycheck. Think about when you started your first job. How long did it take you to get paid? Most companies are going to have you work a week in the hole, sometimes 2 weeks in the hole before you get your first paycheck. Join MWR Financial today as a qualified financial director and get paid today. That's the beauty of it. So how do we get paid? Well, we got 2 upfront ways we generate income. That's a sponsor bonus and a customer bonus. Now, sponsor bonus is when you put someone into the program like me, someone who wants to own their own business, wants to control their own destiny, who's sick and tired of being sick and tired. And MWR Financial is going to pay you upfront $50 for sponsoring that person into the program. So you may meet somebody who says, I just need the credit portion of your program, or I just need the service portion of your program. That person becomes a customer for them. You putting them into the business. MWR Financial pays you up front $40. No limit to the number of people that you can sponsor. No limit to the number of customers that you can put into the program. But there's more money on the table. There's $1,500 available to us in what we call a momentum bonus. So how do we achieve that? You sponsored 3 qualified financial directors into the program in your first 30 days. Now you earn $150 in the first round of the momentum bonus. So let's get the rest of the money that's on the table. Another 30-day window opens up. You help those first 3 get their 3. Now there's $450 paid to you as a momentum bonus. Now we duplicate that process one more time. We're just going 3 levels. We're going to help that second set of 3 get their 3. Now there's another $900 that pays out. That's a total of $1,500, folks. Again, they give us a 90-day window to complete this. There was nothing saying in this compensation plan that you can't do it in 5 days, 10 days, 20 days. I say hit the ground running and take advantage of everything MWR Financial has to offer. Now, let's go to this daily guarantee. This excites me. The ability to get paid every single day. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it starts all over again. From $5 a day to as much as $8,500 a day. So now, at $8,500 a day, as you see on the chart here, that's well over $3 million a year. Now, I want to ask you this question and respond in the chat. When you start generating $3 million a year in passive residual income, what changes in your life? I'll give you a minute. I can tell you what changed. I'm going to answer the question for you if you're not already put in the chat. Everything. The car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, where you send your kids to school. This is profound. What an impact. Now think about that desire that you have to make a difference in your community, in your neighborhood, in your family. That project that you've always wanted to work on, the things that you wanted to do to make a difference in other people's lives. $3 million a year is going to give you an opportunity to do exactly that. Whatever the vision that God has given you, you now have the ability to finance that dream because we're going to help you get it done. $8,500 a day. Now, $8,500 a day may not be your number. It could be $4,000 a day. That's still well over $1 million a year. It could be $280 a day. That's $102,000 a year. I'll ask you this question. Can your job do that? See, here's an opportunity for us to really ring the bell, to set ourselves free. We know that when the financial means are created, you can do anything that you want to do because we can really make an impact when we start generating this level of income. Now, before we leave this slide, what I'd like for you to do is pick your number and type it in the chat. And when I say pick your number, determine how much money you need to make from this compensation plan per day. And you see what the annual results are. But determine that and figure out which one of these numbers suits you best. You know what you want to do. You know the desires that you have. You know the impact that you want to make. You've got some idea of what it's going to take, meaning what sort of money you're going to be needing to generate to get to that goal, to be able to position yourself where you can make the difference that you want to make. Now that you've chosen your number, let's go here. Let's talk about how you get it done. We talked about those first 3 people in your first 30 days. You do that on Monday. Tuesday, you start collecting from MWR Financial $5 a day, $150 a month. But it gets better. Help those 3 get their 3. Now you've got a total of 12 people on your team. Now you're at $20 a day, $600 a month. That is substantial income in this economy, right? But let's go further. Let's help those 12 get their 3. Now we've got 36 people on your team. You've got $40 a day, $1,200 a month in passive residual income. Are we getting somebody's attention at this point? But let's duplicate this process one more time. Help those 36 get their 3. Now you've got a total of 90 people on your team. That's $80 a day, $2,400 a month. Now, $2,400 a month in passive residual income over and above the income that you're generating right now. Can we use that $2,400 a month to catch up? Can we use that $2,400 a month to pay extra payments on the mortgage, going toward the principal? Can we pay the car off early? Can we set up an investment vehicle that will ensure that you're going to leave an inheritance for your children's children? But if we duplicate this process just one more time, help those 90 people get their 3, 180 people on your team, you're at $140 a day, $4,200 a month. When we start generating $4,200 a month in passive residual income, At this point, I'm thinking we can start thinking real seriously about what we wanted to do with the rest of our life. Guys, the sky's the limit here, and there are people who are doing this. The gentleman that you heard from on the video earlier is our top income earner. That gentleman is making $1,000 a day, $30,000 a month. That equals $365,000 a year. What would your life begin to look like when you're generating this level of income? But think about it. That's 1,800 people on your team. Say it took you 2 years, 3 years, 5 years to get that done. Is it worth it? When you compare that to the time that you'll have to commit to a job to get to that level of income, most people will never have a chance to generate that level of income. This opportunity is real, and it has delivered for tens of thousands of people across this country. Now, I want to introduce you to what we call our $1 Million Residual Club ring earners. All these people have done this in a very short period of time. These are six-figure residual income earners, starting with Terrence Hawkins out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Mr. Brian Bean out of Atlanta, Georgia, Ms. Christy Howard out of Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Charles Ivory out of Hinesville, Georgia, Mr. James Mack out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Ms. Shana Rollins out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here, a part of this elite group as a $1 Million Residual Club ring earner. But I'm going to tell you a story. I'm number 7 on the list. I've been in MWR Financial since day one, 2017. I want you to understand this. Brian Bean, Christy Howard, Charles Ivory, James Mackey, Shana Rollins all came into the business after I did. These guys earned their rings before I did because these rings were issued in the order that they were earned. How is that possible? This opportunity is wide open. I had a 2-year head start on those 5 people, and they ran by me like I was standing still. Why do I tell you that? Because I want you to understand that this opportunity is wide open for anybody. You can be the next one on the list. We need number 8 to show up, and that number 8 is probably on this platform today. So let's get this done. Moving forward. Now, we understand clearly that MWR Financial is going to help you make and save a ton of money. Why? Because that's what we do. But ultimately, what we want to do is help you create a lifestyle, a life filled with freedom, options, choices. Think about waking up when you're done sleeping, to go anywhere you want for as long as you want. You dictate the terms. You're in total control of your life. That's what we want to create. How do we do that? We surround you with licensed experts. Why is that so important? Because what we're now going to be able to provide for you are the same tools, systems, and experts that wealthy people have always had access to. You hear the term people talk about the rich getting rich. Well, we have the opportunity to do the exact same thing. Look at what our experts are going to do. They're going to analyze your existing financial position. They're going to help you determine your long-term and short-term goals. They're going to structure a personalized plan to help you achieve those goals in the time frame that you choose, fast or slow. I chose fast. They're even going to implement the right wealth building strategies for you. They're going to lay out the game plan. You come to the table much like I did, saying, here's where I'm at, but here's where I'd like to be. We've got the opportunity to help you get wherever it is you're trying to go in your financial life. We've got access now. Now, we talked earlier about the importance of putting yourself in a position where you've got money making money for you. This is solution number 3. Why is this so important? Because we know that money is going to outwork you and I. While we're sleeping, money's working. Never calls out sick, shows up on time, does exactly what it needs to do. There's never enough time in the day for you to generate the level of income that you need to set yourself free. This, by investing money and allowing money to work for you, is your ticket out. Now, we've got 2 components that we successfully promote and that we're getting some incredible returns on, starting with our self-banking private reserve account. See, our self-banking private reserve account allows you and me now to become our own bank. I mean, think about that. And we know it's the best way to help you save, grow, and protect your money tax-free with no risk of loss. Let me say that again. Tax-free with no risk of loss. Who does that? Wealthy people do it every single day. Even with our land banking solutions, the ability to buy land in the path of growth at 20 to 40% below the market value. What are we used to buying on sale? Shoes, clothes. Wealthy people are buying land on sale every single day. You and I now have the ability to do the exact same thing. These are the same strategies that wealthy people have always had access to. You and I now have the ability to do the exact same thing. Let's talk about results from this investment vehicle that we've created. This is our MWR Passport program. Look at these results. $11 million in passive portfolio income or gains. That's what we've been able to do. And again, in a very short window of 5 years. Now think about this. What is this number going to look like in the next 5 years? What does this number look like in the next 10 years? Many people, tens of thousands of them across this country, are setting themselves free as a result of what we've been able to do with our Passport program. Profound. Now, what is the ultimate goal for all of us? Our current lifestyle and our future lifestyle. Between the MWR Financial Opportunity and the membership, we're going to guarantee your success. We can get you there. we can get these two objectives covered for you quite easily. Now, why am I so excited about MWR Financial? Because listen, America is waking up to finally realize that we are the first and only company that can provide the average everyday person real financial experts, implement real financial strategies, help them solve real financial challenges, and get them real financial results. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why it's called MWR, Make Wealth Real. And we are so serious about this. And we're helping people get it done every single day. There's a real blueprint now. There's a game plan in place that we can assist people in getting that done. Let's talk about these services. Now, I want to share with you my results. I'm a direct product of these very products. I use all of these services that we'll talk about today to help set myself free, starting with our tax reduction strategy. Now we've got unlimited access to CPAs, financial planners, enrolled agents. Enrolled agents are working directly with the Internal Revenue Service, right? So now here's the thing. You've got licensed, trained professionals working with you, holding your hand through the entire process, and that's why we can guarantee your success. They'll even make that adjustment on your W-4 now that you're a home-based business owner and help you get money back as early as your next pay period. Our average is $300 to $600 a month. We're going to provide you with an expense tracking system. Same tools that wealthy people have always had. They'll even do a 3-year review of your previous filings to see if you've left money on the table. My results, these guys looked at my current tax situation, got me back $350 a month, money I saw on my check 2 weeks later. Let's move on to some of the other components. Our ability to help you lower your bills. You saw the video earlier. We're going to provide you with a group of professionals that are going to help you negotiate the reduction in payments for you on your cell phone, internet, satellite, cable, all of those things, right? So most of them we're overpaying on anyway, but we've got experts now that are going to help us. Now, look at my results as it relates to our bill reduction strategy. Internet savings, $120, right? Sirius XM satellite radio contract. You heard Martina talk about it. $173 in savings for me. They just saved me $84 a month on my automobile insurance just a week ago. Guys, this is profound. What am I doing with this new money? Putting it back in my pocket. Our ability to help you multiply your money. We talked about our land banking strategy. We talked about our private reserve account. I want to share my results with the private reserve account. I plugged into that investment vehicle. Turns out this private reserve account is paying me 10 times more than my 401k. Put me in a position to retire in 10 years versus 25. I'd never heard of a private reserve account before my association with MWR Financial. Credit restoration strategies. Listen, I come out of here with a 128-point increase in my credit score, not realizing that 128-point increase would get me a reduction in my homeowner's automobile premium by $200 a month. Huge savings from my existing finances, all because of a credit score increase. Now, debt elimination. We talked about it earlier. What would it look like to live a debt-free lifestyle? What would it feel like? Well, listen. Here are my results. I drug into this component of the program with me 15 years worth of remaining debt. That includes a small balance on a mortgage. These guys have positioned me to pay that debt off in 6 years, ladies and gentlemen. That was 5 years ago. 1 year from today, zero balance of everything I'm doing. Oh, no man, nothing. Not to mention the $52,000 in interest they saved me that I otherwise would have paid to the creditors had I stayed on their plan. I asked you earlier what a debt-free lifestyle might look like and feel like. 1 year from today, I'll show you. I'm telling you, it is the most incredible thing that I've ever been a part of, the most rewarding work that I've ever done, to be able to help people reposition their financial life so that they can win. So moving forward, let's answer that $64 million question. The question is, what is it going to cost me? Well, if the focus is the membership, to use the services to reposition your financial life, then your cost is only $99.97 a month. No contract assigned, no setup fee, and this includes a spouse. Unheard of in the financial service space. Now, here's what we clearly understand. You couldn't go anywhere in the United States and find one of these services, much less all of them, for only $99.97. Nor could you go anywhere in the United States and find one of these services, much less all of them, to include a spouse, for $99.97. But it gets better. The program is designed to meet people right where they are. All by design. This thing is set up and designed and created for the average everyday person to win. MWR Financial says to those who are joining this program to use the membership only. Once you refer 3 members, MWR Financial then waives your ongoing cost of $99.97. You get full access to the platform for $0. Now, you may be like me and says, yeah, I want the membership to reshape my financial life, to put myself in a better position, but I also want the opportunity to generate another stream of income. So I want to be a business owner as well. So I'm willing to invest an additional $50 to jumpstart the whole process. $149.97 is going to be your investment in yourself to change your entire life. But look at what else that $149.97 does. Not only does it put you in a position where you're partnering with the fastest growing financial strategies company in the country, but it also puts you right in the middle of a multi-trillion-dollar a year industry, which is financial services. You and I never have to become the expert. They're already in place. Not only do you get the membership, but you get the business center to manage your business, websites, capture systems, marketing tools, training and support. You get an entire corporate operation that sponsors and supports you in the effort. And you got experts doing all the work, and you and I have the ability to get paid every single day. And all we've got to do is expose the opportunity to others. Our leaders are going to educate, our experts are going to execute. And once again, we get paid every day. Let me remind you, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and it starts all over again. Craziest thing I've ever seen, but it's real. Now, you may have some concern about this $149.97 ongoing expense. Look at what MWR Financial says to you and I, the qualifying representative. They say that we basically give you the same opportunity that we give the customer. Once you sponsor your first 3 customers into the program, MWR Financial then waives your membership cost of $99.97. Take that away from the $149. Now, what is your cost to run the business, to own it? $50 a month. Here's what I want you to understand. I have never, nor will I ever pay $149.97. Why? The guy said you needed 3 customers. And I went out and got 5. He said, you only needed 3. Why'd you bring 5? I bought the extra 2 for cushion just because I didn't want to pay the $149.97. I own this business for $50 a month. They've surrounded me with these experts, and these CPAs have shown me how to take that $50, include it as a business expense. So what is it really costing me to own this business? We're playing the game on the same level that wealthy people are playing the game. Guys, they've leveled the playing field. We got a real shot at winning now. Now, there's some things that are going to hold us up. These are what we call mental roadblocks. We're going to help you overcome those today. Here's the first issue: your assumption of what other people think. I want you to understand that you should not care what other people think. So let's get that one behind us, right? Here's the other issue: your confusion about what's an expense versus an investment. An investment is something you put money into and it gives you a return. An expense, I'll give you an example of what that expense looks like. That's your $150 a month cable bill. That's an expense. There's zero return there. Here's the other issue: your inability to decide, which itself is a decision. What are we waiting on? The perfect day, the perfect moment, the perfect people to show up, all the stars to align? That perfect day is never happening. You've got to make a decision now. Stop procrastinating. Let's get this thing done. Now, here's the final one: your past fears are failures. Listen, if I counted on my failures, guys, I would not have even gotten started. Why? I've been knocked down and failed so many times, but I've been willing to pick myself up, brush myself off, and get back into the fight. Why? Because I know winners never quit and quitters never win. Have you ever prayed or wished for more out of life? You've got to be able to recognize when the answer is provided. We're convinced that MWR Financial is that answer. Now, we're going to guarantee your success. We're going to make this much easier than it may appear to be. Think about it. Guaranteeing your success. Look at what these guys say. If our opportunity experts, the solutions, can't help you save, make and grow more money in your first 30 days, MWR Financial will give you a refund. In plain language, what they're saying is that if it doesn't do exactly what we say it can do, get your money back. I mean, you think about a full service financial strategies company willing to make this bold statement and even put it in writing. Why do they do that? How do they do that? Because they know, I know, and tens of thousands of people across this country have already figured out that it works. I challenge anyone: put your credit in front of these people and watch your scores increase. Schedule an appointment with the CPAs. Let them look at review your current tax situation. So watch those guys save you money on taxes. Listen, here's why it works. What these guys have been able to do is level the playing field. They've given average everyday people, you and me, the same access that wealthy people have always had. This is why we can guarantee your success. Now, at this point, you're either 2 or you're 1. When I say 2, meaning you'll focus only on the membership. You want to use that membership to kind of reconstruct your financial life, take advantage of all the services to reposition yourself so that you can win in your personal financial life. So I strongly encourage you to send the person that invited you to this platform today via text, send them a 2 and say, I'm ready. So they can send you a link so you can access these services today. You don't have to wait until the office opens on Monday. They are available to you right now. You get immediate access to all of these services and experts. Or at this point, you may be a 1. You said, listen, I want the business and the membership. I want it all. Text that person 1 to say that I'm ready so they can send you a link. Now, here's the beautiful part about that. Once you plug in, you have the ability to get paid right now. Plug in today, get paid today. I told you we get paid every single day. Let me remind you, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it starts all over again. The most incredible opportunity that exists on planet Earth is right before you today, ladies and gentlemen. In this economy, this is the best thing that's ever happened to America. We've got a chance to help people reshape their entire financial future. Now, think about it. If you've made your decision today, let me be the first to welcome you to the MWR financial family. I want you to understand you've just positioned yourself to save, make, and grow more money than you ever have before. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our presentation. We're going to come back out to the field. I think Ms. Wooten may be ready, but I want to thank our program director, Ms. Martina Britt Yelverton, for setting all this up today. It's been an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege to be before you today. I just get excited about this because, again, this is a win for everybody. The average everyday person has a real chance at winning now because we've created a platform that will allow them to do just that. So, guys, with that being said, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Parker. Greatly appreciated. Always an awesome learning experience watching you do presentation and helping people understand. Yes, we do have Ms. Wooten on the screen. Let's pull her to the stream. Welcome, Ms. Wooten, to the stream.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Mr. Parker, again, great presentation. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I have two of my guests. Basically, I'm just going to share with you my testimony. My credit score was like in 500, 550. So since I've been with MWR, I'm able to increase my credit scores close to 770, which is close to 800. And it's been a blessing to me and my family's life. Me and my husband, we were able to eliminate some of our debt. We're about to pay off our house by the beginning of the year. And one of our car payments is about to be eliminated. So that's extra money that we can put into our private reserve account to have a nest for us when we get ready to retire. So MWR has been nothing but a blessing. I'm able to get paid daily through this company. I'm able to bless others. Mr. Parker, you have any questions? Do you have any questions, anybody?
The self-banking and then the land banking. I didn't hear a whole lot on the land banking.
Okay.
Portion.
He was asking about the self-banking and the land banking. He didn't hear too much about it. Can you elaborate that some more, Mr. Parker?
Yes, not a problem, sir. Thank you. And great question. Yeah, so we've got two investment vehicles that we use quite successfully. One, they're conservative and they're zero risk. We know that they're not going to make any more land, so the value is going to continue to increase. Now, as it relates to the private reserve account, all right, basically it gives the average everyday person a chance to get into an investment vehicle that's going to give them high yields, high returns. It doesn't risk their money like a 401k because it's not tied directly to the market. We've had a tremendous amount of success. The day that I plugged into that investment vehicle, I started earning 10 times more than what my 401k was paying me. So personally, I'm getting 12.5% return on my money. And again, you've got access to it at any time you want it for any reason you need it. You can avoid the taxes because wrapped around that investment vehicle with the private reserve account is an insurance policy as well. So there are two forms of payout that comes with that. Now, as it relates to land banking, what these guys have done is that you look at, say, Goldsboro, North Carolina, and 20 years ago, pick an area in Goldsboro that was just wooded. And all of a sudden that area is now developed, right? So there are teams of people that are around the country that are getting ahead of this growth. So they know the next growth area in your community. So they're buying land in advance when the value is low, and then they can resell it high. So you and I now have a chance to participate in those land purchases, right? Now, the big swaths of land. We're not talking just an acre or two, but these guys are going in and spending millions of dollars buying these big swaths of land. Then when Walmart and all these other developers show up, we have the ability to resell that land at a higher price. So we're going to be able to buy it at 20 to 40% below the market value and then resell it at, say, 70% more than what we paid for it. Those who are participating in our land banking program had a 35% increase in value just last year alone. So now the minimum investment for the land banking is $40,000. Many people are rolling money over out of 401ks into that without having to come up with that money out of their pocket. You get a deed to the land, so you own a parcel of that land. And like I said, the idea is to hang on to it as the development comes. Then you can unload that land for much more than what you paid for it. So it gives the average everyday person a chance to participate in some of this big growth that's happening across the country. I hope that answers it.
It does, it obviously is an investment type of opportunity. We own quite a bit of land here in Wayne County. And I was looking at, just what that all equated to. We've been involved with a lot of what we call self-banking opportunities in this area here. Can you elaborate on that self-banking opportunity a little bit more?
Okay, the self-banking opportunity, the term comes from your ability to control the money yourself, meaning the concept of self-banking is that as you invest money into this investment vehicle, you've got access to that money anytime you want, meaning you can borrow money from yourself. So you become the bank. That's where the term self-banking was established and where that comes from. So again, you can pull money out of that account. You can use that money any way that you want to. You can determine whether you want to pay yourself back or not. But if you pay yourself back, you determine the rate of return that you want to pay yourself, but you're earning money on your own money. See, so the concept is that you become the bank. So we switch positions basically, and it's going to allow you to access. Then again, as you pull this money out, you're not going to be penalized or taxed on any of it because it is your money.
Protection like we typically have in the banks, up to $250,000. Any type of insurance protection for me investing money into this self-banking.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Well, all the investments are FDIC insured. So again, we're guaranteeing you, and they put this in writing, that you won't lose any money. Because again, we're not risking money on the markets with this private reserve account. And the fact that the reason we can avoid the taxes on it, because wrapped around the investment is an insurance policy. So all of that is in play as well. Again, and we guarantee that you never lose any money. If the market goes south, our yields remain where they are. You don't lose any money at all with this platform.
Okay. Is there any type of guarantee percentage that would go along with that on your return?
Yeah, yes, sir. They can be a guarantee percentage locked in for you. Absolutely. And my guarantee that it would yield no less than 8%. I'm averaging 12.5%. This account is paid as much as 14.5%. But all we've got to do is tie you into one of our experts and allow them to get that account set up for you. And you'll be able to deal with them directly and to build a personal relationship with those financial experts who implement this program for us.
I must say, for the initial reception of this program, paying $99 a month sounds like an expense. It's kind of hard to, what we call justify that, basically from the initial standpoint. How would you try to, smooth that over with people initially? Really try to smooth it over. I know you talked a lot about it, how you get paid every day and so forth and so on. But, cut right to the chase. How do you justify or help a person justify $99 a month for a service that you can really typically get out there, really for nothing? If you're able to continually, very arrange yourself in that manner.
Now, let me be clear on what you're saying. Are you saying, how do we justify the $99.97 per month?
That's correct.
Okay, well, here's what I clearly suggest. Today is Saturday. On Monday, if you live in Goldsboro, North Carolina, sir, I want you to call a local CPA's office or a certified financial planner and just ask the question, what is your hourly rate? $200 to $300 an hour. Now, when we think about that, how many people that you and I know that look like me and you has got an extra $200 to $300 an hour to get in front of these people so they can show them a platform like this? We've got full access now. I was living paycheck to paycheck, paid on Friday, broke on Monday. I got more money than Wells Fargo right now. I'm exaggerating, but this thing has positioned me to win. And it gave me full access to these experts that I otherwise wouldn't have had or couldn't afford. So that's the advantage of the platform. We know that you couldn't go anywhere in the United States and find one or all of these services for the cost of $99.97. And also, sir, keep in mind, this includes a spouse. It's unheard of. Call a credit restoration company and ask them what their fees are for credit repair. $125 for you, $125 for your wife per month. For $99.97, this is a win for the average everyday person, all by design. The platform was set up to give average people a chance to win. Now we've got full access to experts that we otherwise wouldn't have. I've seen people, tens of thousands of people's lives change as a result of this access that we've been granted. So this is a win. $99, and we know that most people are going to throw away $99.97 between now and Monday morning on nothing. So it's an investment that has a huge return. I'm not having any struggles getting people to plug in, because again, they couldn't find these services anywhere for that cost. But $99.97 is a huge win to give them the access that they've got.
All right. Say if I deal with CPAs quite a bit. We've got 4 different companies. All right. Say if I needed a financial statement generated for one of my organizations. All right. Is there any additional overage costs over and above that $99 a month to say have a financial statement that they're being generated?
No, sir. You get these guys on retainer. They're in your pocket. You've got full access, no limitations to the number of times that you can consult with them. Unlike that other CPA, when you call him and you set up a consultation with him, whether it's an office visit over the phone, there's going to be a charge for that. There's no limitations to the number of times that you can consult with these guys. When I first started this program, I had 1 million questions and I called them 1 million times, and I didn't get a bill for either one of those phone calls, nothing. And these guys helped me reshape my entire financial life. See, that's the advantage that we got here. That's what we have. Full access, no limitations, $99.97 per month. Now, here's the other thing that we didn't even review. We also now have the ability to do individual taxes, joint taxes, as well as LLC with one. If you've got an LLC, we can do your taxes for $99.97. No additional costs involved in the program. None.
Now, say go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I don't think we could ever find a CPA that would do taxes for $99.97. But we get that kind of break because of the power of the program and the fact that the CEO was careful to find people that could buy into this vision and have a desire to want to help the average everyday person win and provide these services basically for pennies on the dollar.
All right. Now, like I said, we're president of about 4 different companies. All right. Given the fact that if I come in as a business and basically want to not only look after my personal taxes, but my different other businesses of the sort under my umbrella, would that be covered?
Yes, sir. It would be. You bring it all to the table. Here's the other thing too that I'll just remind you of 30-day money back guarantee. If it doesn't do exactly what they say it's going to do, get your money back. There's zero risk here, none. We can deliver, and we know we can.
Well, 30 days is not enough to what we're talking about. Because let's face it, tax seasons varies and so forth and so on. A 30-day window to try to justify that is going to be a little hard to do. But I'll take you for your word that it will be covered.
Oh, yes, sir. We've got it covered.
I apologize if I'm muting you at any part where the voice is echoing. I'm trying to make sure that I monitor that Mr. Parker can hear all of your questions without it echoing. So I apologize if I keep cutting you off.
He did hear that last question, and he did respond appropriately, correct? That's the one thing that would sell me on this program. If I can get that CPA coverage for all of my organizations plus my personal needs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You'll have full access, and everything under your umbrella is part of the program. So you bring it all to the table.
Access to them that you can talk to them personally.
And my $99 will cover all of their services.
Yes.
Unless you wanted to do the business part where you just bring in 3 members in, and then that would act. Yeah, 149.
Well, I would do the 149 as long as that covers all of that.
Yes.
Because of the business aspect of it, about you wanting to become a business, and you would have to do the one. Because it would reduce from 99 to.
I had to get that in writing.
We can get it in writing, can we, Mr. Parker? Everything will be come back office.
Yeah, I mean, and sir, just give some thought to this too. You know as well as I do, many people in our community struggle in their financial life. So consider joining us in this effort to give people a chance to access these same services. And MWR Financial is willing to pay you just to introduce this concept to people. You don't have to do any of the paperwork involved other than you introducing. Our experts are going to do the work. Each one of the persons that you introduce this to is going to have full access, just like you and I do.
Peer reviewed and everything. They're certified, peer reviewed CPAs. They're not just accountants.
No, sir. Certified. Yes, sir. They
enrolled agents as well. IRS enrolled agents as well.
As Martina just said, we have EAs as well, enrolled agents. So that's even a step up from a regular CPA. So yeah, you get all of that.
All right.
So Cassandra, we're going to allow you to continue to consult with your guest. If there are any other questions that they have, we'll look into making sure that you can set an appointment with Mr. Parker to make sure that you have all the tools that you need to be able to get those questions answered. I will unmute you and allow you to close us out. Thank you again, Mr. Parker. Thank you again, Mr. Banks. And I will yield the floor to you, Ms. Cassandra, to close us out.
Folks, I do apologize. I got another emergency to run to.
Okay.
But my wife will follow up.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be talking.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Parker. Thank you, Martina. Thank you, Mr. Banks, for opening up this my relaunch of Goldsboro, and it was amazing again. So anybody who has any questions, or if you're a 1 or a 2, just hit me up. Mr. Banks, thanks again. Mr. Parker, if you can call me when you get a chance. We're closing out. Thank you.
Thank you.